Start recording. What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Let me know if I think we're live.
It'll
Zero.
take a couple of minutes, I think.
Zero concurrent. Zero concurrent users.
Yeah, you live? I'm in there.
You're live? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just share this link again. Where do I get the link from?
You are.
Oh, okay. So if I want to get the link, I think I just have to go to YouTube and then just go straight here. Live for watching. What's up, guys? Just gonna quickly share this on Twitter. Actually, can you send me that link on Discord? I'll paste it on Twitter. Hey Goldberg. Hey Johnny. How you going, man? I'm gonna quickly post this on Twitter and we'll talk about some NFTs. Back at it again. I wanted to make this one a little bit different from yesterday's one. I'm thinking maybe at the start we'll go through a little bit of NFT stuff and then I'll stop somewhere in between so we can do about 10 minutes of Q&A. I really like the fact that we could talk with everyone, could just talk with me and each other, and I think that sort of stuff is important. So I think we'll go that way after 10 minutes after we start. On YouTube. Tweeting real quick. What's up, Crypto Gladiator? How you guys going? YouTube. All right, 27 here. How are we going, guys? Doing excellent. Good to know. Kevin, hello. IXI, ESPE, Mohammed. How are you guys going? Good to see you all back. Hope you guys watched yesterday's one. That was the first stream I've ever done on YouTube. It was a bit of fun, and those are how I make my videos anyway. I just talk about the industry or talk about certain news segments. But this way I can talk to you guys and you guys can put your inputs. I think, honestly, I think this is much better than the normal style of just recording. Hey Ross, hey Toast, hey Simon, hey Mario, what's up? Is that the BitConnect thing? That's funny. Great stream yesterday, thanks Rod. 50 watching. I'll wait a little bit longer. In this stream I wanted to go through, there's a couple of things happened a week ago. I think we had Shopify release that they're going to be talking about. They'll be releasing an NFT platform or adding that to the suite of tools to add to integrate into your Shopify store. That's really important. We'll talk about CURIO cards again, just my learnings over the last 2 days. Couple of other things. What else do I have? OpenSea, I got Coca-Cola releasing an NFT. We'll go through Gary. I think Gary V's gone really heavy on NFTs, so just my mindset as to how that sort of ripple effects out to other people or the mainstream, and how that's going to bring in more people. Wonder Quest is going off. Yeah, it is. Wonder Quest is definitely going off. Let me quickly go to. That's the event in DCL, right? So if you guys have been following Decentraland or even the Medikey, I remember we did an airdrop of this robe wearable that you could have gotten if you had the Medikey, right? So the Medikey is the NFT that we give airdrops and all this stuff to, and one of the airdrops was from this person here, Alice in Wonderland. So Alice in Wonderland is a musician. She's come in and she's gone to Decentraland and she's building this kind of a game thing. Oh wait, you guys can't see because I haven't switched over. My bad. One second, guys. Let me switch this thing over. All right, cool. There you go. I got the drop. So Vinay got the drop. Sup, Cobble? How you guys going? Thank you. It was an awesome show. Good to know. Good to know. Shout out to you. Shout out me, please. Shout out to Jomar Angay. I hope that's how you spell it. What do I think about Damien Hirst's NFT currency? I haven't had a look. I should have a deeper look. I haven't had that much of a deeper look. All right. So Alice in Wonderland is a musician who came and dropped these wearables in Decentraland, which you'll be using in her game, The Wonder Quest. The Wonder Quest is kind of like this. Maybe you guys can hear this, maybe you guys cannot. I'm not sure. But it's kind of like this. You get these dragon eggs. You can hatch those dragon eggs, and you can use them in Decentraland. And she's going to be running events in Decentraland. And if you have the robe or the wearable, you can use them in the show. So that part of it is this cool utility thing that you can have as a wearable. Let me just quickly show you guys. Alice in Wonderland wearable. So this sort of a hoodie / robe thing, right? If you got it, you can enter her events in DCL. So it's kind of this cool way of having this wearable, but also act as a ticket. And I think that's what we're seeing is that these NFTs, whether they are wearables or whether they are art pieces, or avatars, they're kind of, on the technical aspect or the utility aspect, they're tickets or membership ID entries to a group of people or a community. So it's just interesting to see these sort of models play out. I think, all right, so let's start from the beginning of the tabs that I have open here. Again, I'm going to stop about 10-15 minutes through and we'll just have a bit of a conversation. So every morning, there's 3 or 4 things I check. I just wanted to go through this with you guys. So whatever I invest in, I always check out the sales that's happening. So Astro Bulls, obviously you guys know that's what I'm going in. So what I've invested in Astro Bulls, I've invested in CURIO cards recently. I've invested in Mooncats recently, right? Based on the fact that a couple of these are quite OG. CURIO cards being pre-crypto punks. So my opinion is that as there's more discovery in this space, there's going to be more people running to the early gems, right? If crypto punks can be successful because historically it's relevant, there's no reason, in my opinion, the ones previous to CryptoPunks or around that era should not hold value. The fact that these are even selling at all 4 years after being minted, or 4 years after existing, makes me think that they will continue to do well over time. And yes, they were kind of forgotten about for a while, but the fact that ever since they were refound, it looks like on July 13th, or a bit earlier than that, right? They were kind of refound. Yeah, May-ish, but people didn't really buy too many. But this is sort of what happened with punks, if you guys remember, or if you guys have seen it. Actually, what we can do, let's open up punks. I'll show you guys CryptoPunks, because CryptoPunks was showing a very similar graph for a very long time. Punks. CryptoPunks, guys. All time. Check this out. I can't believe these are still selling this frequently. 2 minutes, 31 minutes, 36 minutes. It's crazy. Considering the fact that they're like 50 ETH each plus 40 ETH. There's a 40 ETH floor now. That's nuts. 35 Ethereum. Yeah, wow. That's crazy. So CryptoPunks, check this out. CryptoPunks for a very, very long time, literally 3 years. The face on my Yo hoodie is tripping me out. Yeah, I love it. Why is it white? It's actually yellow, but I like it. Kind of cool. I've got plenty of hoodies like this. I'm gonna just start wearing them because they're the stuff I wear. So CryptoPunks for like literally 3 years was dormant, right? It was kind of this very, very slow accumulation. People buying some and then selling some, getting bored, and it did that for a very long time. But the important thing that was happening during that time that's kind of hidden is the number of collectors or the owners. So there's 10,000 CryptoPunks, right? What was happening is the number of owners was steadily increasing. So maybe it started off with 300 people that minted the whole 10,000. But slowly that 300 over this 3 years was growing from 300 to 400 to 600 to 1,000. And the community was growing, although the price wasn't growing as much. And then it sort of had a spike here. All right, that's cool. And then more regular spikes you can see. And again, what was happening was the community was growing. The number of owners was growing, right? It's not really clear here. Let me open it up. Just to show you guys what I mean. So number of owners, so 2,700 owners of CryptoPunks. I think it could be more because this is a wrapped contract. So there's people own CryptoPunks in non-ERC 721 converted methods. So the number of owners was steadily increases. Now it doesn't show here, but that's what was happening. I wonder if you can change the thing here. No, we can't. And then yes, it had its boom, then a bit of quiet, and then another boom, and then a bit of quiet, and then more consistent booms, right? This sort of thing happens when the owners, when the owner distribution is really high, right? I believe now it probably, maybe it's 4,000, 5,000, because I know Bored Apes is about 5,000 plus. When there's a lot of owners, that basically means there's a lot of people that own those assets. So there's more people talking about it on Twitter. Oh, I forgot the giveaway thing. We're doing a giveaway again, aren't we? Michael?
Tell me.
Yeah, we're doing a giveaway again.
Okay,
all right.
great.
Sorry guys, we're doing a giveaway. So let me really quickly set that up.
Yeah.
Black Star, talk about ETHERIA, mate. First NFT. I will. The thing about ETHERIA is it's just a boring project. I'm sorry, but like if you own something, you own a tile, and on the tile, like how do you? There's not much art to it, right? It is important because it was literally the first. So ETHERIA. Let me quickly go through ETHERIA. I don't know much about it, but since Black Star brought it up, it is important. ETHERIA. What is ETHERIA? Is it this one? Yeah, this thing. So ETHERIA was kind of like this project that came out on Ethereum. Let me open this actually. NFT timeline. NFTtimeline.com. 2017. Literally the first ever. Oh, Rare Pepe is on Ethereum. I'm gonna take a look at that. I think they were converted to Ethereum. I'm not sure if they were launched on Ethereum. Where's Ethereum? Is it not on here? That's a shame. ETHERIA. Built in ETHERIA. Oh, here we go. The first pixel on-chain NFTs ever created deployed to Ethereum in October 2015. Source 2. So I remember, and again, this is really important to go through. Oh my God, keep finding cool stuff to go through. CryptoPunks, right? For a very long time this year, this line here, now it says the CryptoPunks are one of the earliest examples of a non-fungible token. It's 2015, Maddie. Yeah, I just realized. But before, this line used to say CryptoPunks were the first NFTs on Ethereum, right? So for 3 years, CryptoPunks had this head start on people believing that they were the first NFTs on Ethereum, including me and everyone else, because, who knows, like someone like me does not know how to go into the contract and verify that stuff. Then as the space grew and blew up, more people kind of dug into it and realized that there were projects earlier to it. So CryptoPunks recently, I think just a week ago or a month ago, changed this line to say that it was one of the first. It's not the first, it's one of the first. And that's a big difference, a huge difference, because for 3 years, people invested in CryptoPunks thinking it's the first. They wouldn't have invested. Well, there was definitely a community. There's absolutely a community. You can't undermine that. But I think like the new narrative that came in, that was being pushed, was that it was the first. So realizing that it wasn't the first, but ETHERIA was the first, then CURIO cards came. I think that will matter as people find that information out in the long term, right? So just really quickly, we'll go through that. Etheria, again, is this thing. You can buy these tiles and this was like basically the first virtual land project as well. I think I'll go over this properly in another project because honestly, I have no clue exactly how it works. So back to the start. What shall we give away today? What shall we give away today? Did anyone say anything? What shall we give away? VOGU giveaway. VOGU giveaway. VOGU. Everyone wants a VOGU. All right. Let me see what I got for you guys. Maybe we will give away a VOGU. VOGU is an interesting one. I bought 15 or something of them. A punk, CURIO card, a mooncat, a dragon, a VOGU. VOGU it is. Yep, we're gonna go with VOGU, guys. We have plenty of NFTs. Like I have a lot of variant NFTs, and I think it's a cool opportunity just to talk about these NFTs as well as give them away, because it's kind of fun to just discuss the NFT project as well. Collections. There we go. I had about 15 of these. Let's go to activity so you guys can see what happened. I had 15 VOGUs. And the way I bought them, guys, right, was that I totally missed 0.7 floor on VOGU right now. No way. That's crazy. Well, that's a good giveaway then. I remember what happened was I missed the minting process of the first day, and I just read on what had happened, and it looked like people were minting through the contract and not the website. And anyway, they delayed it because some issues were going on. I missed it obviously, and so my only choice was to buy it on the secondary market for I think 0.3 Ethereum at the time, right? Even though it was selling for 0.07 originally, it looked like it was going for 0.3 Ethereum. So what I did was I just bought 15 of them, predicting, or assuming that the demand looks like it's extremely high because there was literally 1,000 people in that Discord live. And the fact that not many people were able to get it on that day one. Two, the total mint supply was I think 7,700-ish or something, which is 25% less than the regular 10,000. On top of that, I think 1,500 had already been minted to a small amount of people. So there's still a lot of demand coming in that wanted them, and there wasn't that much supply. I think there was only like 5,000 supply left. So I minted it at 0.3, and it felt like overpaying at the time, but pretty much the next day when they did the proper sale, the floor was like 0.4 straight away. So I could pretty much get my money back. The good thing is I rolled some really rare ones. I'll show you guys what I rolled. It was pretty cool. If I can filter it again. Okay, I rolled this one. Where is he? This guy with the beverage. He's got a beverage in his hand. He's got, what's this? Glitzy background. There's only 50 of them with the glitzy background. And there's another rare trait. What's the other rare trait? 1% have trifocal ACS, which I believe is his face. So there's only 109, and there's only 109 that have this trifocal thing going on. So I think this one's pretty rare. So I'm not gonna sell this one. Looks like I've had offers up to 1.5 Ethereum. I think I checked this on Rarity Tools, and I remember seeing that it was like ranked 15th or 20th or something. It was pretty damn high on the rarity scale. I'm definitely going to answer your question. So Louise asked, hey DCL, can I get your advice? I feel discouraged because I feel like I've been missing out on good projects like VOGU, Dogepound, and a few others. Trust me, man, there is more projects coming out. Literally every week there's like a new unicorn leaving the station. Again, I would love to talk to you guys once I cover a little bit. So we'll definitely cover some. So these are what I rolled, guys. I rolled actually 15. So again, we'll quickly just go here. We'll check out my activity. You can see I recently sold this guy. This guy. What else did? Can't we scroll further down? So these are all. This is my activity. So you can see I've been buying and selling. Well, more buying a lot of CURIO cards recently, but I sold some VOGUs, and some of them went for like 1.5 Ethereum. I think one sold for 2 Ethereum or 2.5. This one sold for 2.5. So I pretty much made my money back, and so these are kind of surplus VOGUs for me. It's pretty cool. All right, so we'll give one away. I have no idea which one to give away. I'm definitely not giving away this one. This one's a bit of a long-term one for me. God, I don't know which one do you guys want? Give me a number. 442 4622. You could get it for 15. Your top 20 for that rare one. Suck duck. That's another one I actually haven't gone through that much. 622 562 443 622. If we give away 622, that one looks pretty cool. We've got a couple. We got 3 people. Top right. Oh, top right. Okay, well, we got 3 people wanting the top right. Done. Top right it is. That's the one we get. All right, that's the one we're giving away today. That is the one we're giving away today. That is number 1130. 1130. All right, guys. That's the one we're giving away. Boom. Send it. Wait, it changed. 622. Yeah, Vic?
622.
You like it? All right, cool. So the way you get that is, do you want to pin that, Michael, or should I?
I got it.
So Michael is going to post a link here. Michael is going to post a link here, and the way you get it is to join the Discord and literally click the giveaway button. It's the best process we have because everyone that clicks it, we can reach out to them on Discord. Or else what normally happens with these giveaways is that someone wins it and then we reach out to them and they don't respond back. So the medic, there you go. You guys got the link there. I'm going to pin this. 145 watching the stream. Awesome. NFTs are so dope. Yeah, it is, man. NFTs are the best, guys. It's changed my life for 4 years. Everyone that gets into it gets obsessed, and that's like, it's their life from now onwards, right? All right, so that's the one we're giving away. 622. The way you get it last call, is you go to that Discord, which I've pinned to the top, click the link, and you click on, I think there's a giveaway channel. Maybe I'll pull it up real quick. Over here. So you guys can see this, right? This is the MetaKey Discord. This is where we just talk NFTs all the time. If you want to go to NFT strategy at any time, you can. And we just literally talk about NFTs all the time. This is where we talk about Bored Apes. We talk about Doge, whatever's coming up. Paper D does a really good job of bringing up some projects. We have some great members. If you're a MetaKey owner, you can verify yourself as a MetaKey owner. Anyway, the way you do it is you go to
right above the channel you're in.
Right.
Stream giveaway.
Maddie Stream giveaways. That's the one right here, guys. Maddie Stream giveaways channel under the depths. This is the free section. There's also a private lounge for all the people that own the MetaKey. But anyway, this one's a free one. This one's for everyone that's watching my stream. And Maddie Stream giveaways. That's how it goes. There we go. Ping it, everyone. Go for it. Literally every day, I'll be giving away something on the stream. All right. So I think is that how long? 28 minutes left. That's, yeah, 28 minutes left. So in about half an hour, we'll go through that. And one of you guys will win that VOGU. So good luck to everyone who entered it. Awesome. The next MetaKey is coming out in about a few weeks. We'll go through that a little bit later on. So yeah, guys. So what I do is literally check the activity feed every single day. The activity feed tells me that sales are happening, how consistent they're happening. So this is amazing. The fact that Astro Bulls is literally selling every 5 minutes to me is great because I invested in this project. As you guys know, I have 350 Astro Bulls, variant from the really rare ones to the not so rare ones. But the floor was 0.08. They're slowly growing, and I didn't talk about this much because I wanted it to organically grow. Right, it's a great project. You can claim another PFP if you own this for free, and that PFP project, real quickly. I don't want to talk about Astro Friends too much because I like it. I like its organic growth so far. The art is dope. But if you go down here and if you own these Astro Bulls, then you can claim for free a Rickstro Bull, which the designer is Rickstro Bulls are brought into our dimension by Mike Vasquez. Hope that's how you pronounce it. A Californian-born artist and illustrator most known for his work on Rick and Morty official comics. So you get a free PFP project to that. So I'm literally going to get another 350 new NFTs for free, obviously minus the gas mint. So whether the project long-term is going to do well or not, I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know. I think it will based on the art, and I've talked to the team and all that, but I'm just watching it steadily grow. The reason why I brought it up is because it's just fun to, the way I check up on it is literally checking up the activity feed to tell me and to make sure that sales are consistently happening. If this is like every 2 hours there's a sale happening, that's a problem. That shows me liquidity is drying up and that people will start to sell it for much cheaper eventually. So again, same thing with Curio cards. If I check, you guys know that I spent decent amount on Curio cards. In fact, yesterday I spent another 90 Ethereum on Curio cards. I'm actually really bullish on Curio cards, right? I was gonna buy CryptoPunks when I was done with my Decentraland land flipping, which was me from 2018 to 2019. I was literally buying and selling Decentraland virtual land. My kind of strategy in my little bubble was to just do that for 2 years and then diversify into CryptoPunks and all these other projects. CryptoPunks ended up blasting before I could do anything, and props to them. They are now 40 ETH minimum, right? I feel like this may be a way to get in on a historical, the last few historical projects, especially it being before CryptoPunks, and the fact that you can still get them for 0.35. Some are like, I think 0.3. So 2 days ago, I think there was 0.1. Looks like they've gone up since then. But if you view the collection, you can see there's different ones, right? This one here, this one actually, we'll go to the website. So Curio Cards website. Basically, there were artists that did some sort of an experiment, and you could mint them, and therefore these different Curio cards ended up having different supply. Some of them had 1,600 supply. Some of them ended up having 2,000 supply. Some of them had much more rare supply. So this one only has 500. This one has 250, right? The Barbarian. There's only 250 of the Barbarian ones. The Bard, the Wizard. So this one's relatively rare. I believe the rarest one is this one, Education. There's only 111 of these ones. So if you go back to OpenSea, they're kind of priced based on that rarity. You can see this one we saw had 500, so it's 1.25. This one only has 250, and therefore you can see it's going for a little bit more. The last one was 18 Ethereum. Some of them had 2,000, so I think I think this one has like 2,000 or something, and so that they're the ones you can get for 0.3. Some of them, so this one was the first one. So number one, although this has, I think this one still has a lot. If you go to the Apple, there's 1,800, so it's pretty much 2,000. But because it's the first one, or it's number one, it's still pretty, it's more expensive than the other ones. So one interesting point I wanted to talk to you guys about is the fact that on the website for Curio cards, it shows the supply points, right? So it shows, for example, for cryptocurrency, it says 500, yes. But if you click here, it says 345 total. And again, I love looking at these graphs. These are my favorite things to look at are these graphs. I love seeing a peak. I love seeing stagnancy for a very long time, because that's normal. That's literally what happens all the time. And you guys can probably see by now how every NFT project launches. It has this big peak at the start, and then it dies out, right? It dies out for a while. And that's the period where the project needs to prove itself. Whether it's historic, whether it proves itself through utility, whether it proves itself through continuous building, whatever it does, it needs to prove itself. So after that, you need to see another bit of a spike. So this one's a relatively decent spike. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's only number of sales 2. It just looks really big because compared to the rest. But seeing a spike and then continuous spikes, that's how you kind of get this sort of upward momentum, because this is the accumulation phase where flippers are changing hands with long-term holders. So as an NFT investor, someone who's long-term on some things, these are the graphs I look at. I look at stagnancy, and then I look at the owner distribution, and then I look at, if there is another spike. And this is the sort of time where I get in, because I know I kind of skipped this whole risk factor, because sometimes you just see a flat line, right? For a very long time. Like, you'll just see a flat line forever because the project just was a crap project. Like, there's no way to put it nicely. It was just a crap project. But if it's not a crap project, it should show more momentum pickup. So this is obviously just the card, but if this was a project and this graph kind of played out, then I would go in or take a look. But anyway, see how it shows 345 total, and on the website it showed 500, right? So with CURIO cards and even CryptoPunks and some other projects, especially the OG ones and even Mooncats, the NFTs that were used back then, they weren't the standard NFTs that we can use on OpenSea today. So you had to put them through this, what's called a wrapper, and wrap the NFT so that it was compatible to sell on OpenSea, which are ERC 721s and ERC 1155s. I think there's only 2 types of tokens. Now, this is a very nerdy talk, and most of you guys won't really care, but it matters. So that's why, although this shows 345, there's still 155 that are unwrapped. So you got to keep that in mind. That's still supply that has not come onto the market. So people can at any time release that supply, right? They can wrap it, and that's still, it's like in this case, it shows only 35 total out of the 250. So the Barbarian, there's 250, but it only shows 35, which is, that's only 10. It's only showing 10% supply. That's a big deal. And that's why, like, I bought one of these for 15 ETH, and I was going to buy more, but I didn't, because I was like, actually, no, I bought 2. I bought 2. Normally, I'd buy a lot more, because, if there's 250 of them, the price would be a bit less. But because there was a bit of discrepancy, I thought I'd wait to see if those people wrap it and then sell it, and maybe I can grab them a bit cheaper. Obviously, the next one up is 50 Ethereum. And the next one up is 1,000 Ethereum. It's kind of a little bit out of reach now. There's no way I'm paying 50 ETH for a single CURIO card. But I will pay if they kind of wrap it and sell it for cheaper. So that's something I wanted to talk about, something real quick. Luke says, amazing content, Maddie. Appreciate you sharing these tips. Awesome. Thanks, man. I love sharing these tips. And again, usually I do them via recordings on YouTube, but just doing it live tells me what you guys want to know, and then that way I can just tell you guys what I know. We can have more of a conversational, a very specific style of making videos, which is awesome. Now, CryptoPunks, we went through that graph. Mooncats, lastly, again, checking out the activity and the sales history. You can see it kind of making continuous sales. So I'm just gonna let this play out and see how it goes over. Now, what's probably going to happen with Mooncats is, and even CURIO cards, is there's going to be this peak, and there's probably going to be a bit of downturn as people kind of forget about the project. And this is the period where new projects come online, or the industry shifts to maybe art, or something big comes up and takes the center stage, and that's cool. It can do that. But if this industry or this sort of niche in the NFT space, historic collectible projects, is a long-term thing, then it should pick back up later on. So I think we're going to start seeing common peaks, as we have done with punks for the other ones. So now it's really just waiting and seeing them play out. Now, let's kind of quickly talk about Politics is BS. This one is the first ever not open edition, but the first ever multi-edition that Beeple ever released. And Beeple has minted a lot of art, and because of that, his prices have kind of gone a bit low, which I think is okay, because at the end of the day, as collectors, we kind of revolve around artists. We can't expect artists to stop minting art. That's what they do, right? But this one will always be iconic, because it was the first. It was there was 2 single editions that he released, and then there was a mint or an edition of 100 that he released, and this is the edition of 100. So I don't care how many editions Beeple goes on to release, you can tell that. Actually, maybe I'll just quickly open it up for you guys. Nifty Gateway. You know, these will always kind of be the collector iconic pieces. So when I always invest, I always look for the first of everything. What did they originally release or release in the early days? And that matters a lot at the moment, as you guys can see, with CryptoPunks and Mooncats and all that sort of stuff still being relevant, even with Axie Infinity, Mystic Axes. Any project or game you can think of, if you have the OG stuff, like even with Decentraland, you have these masks, right? There was this first set of 7 masks that were ever released into Decentraland. Those masks, as the project goes on, and if it ever does get millions of users, then those masks will matter a lot. They're going to be known as, if you have them, you're going to be known as an OG, right? So that's what I look at. That's how I kind of invest long term. Let me quickly show you guys. People. First drop. Okay. The first drop. So there's 100 of these on sale, lowest price. You can see that $100,000 one was literally the lowest one. The next one up is 265K. Now, it's hard to think someone would pay 265K for a Beeple multi-edition, considering that the other multi-editions are going for like 50K, 60K, 30K. I think one sold yesterday for 30K. But the fact is, this was the first, and that matters heaps, right? So we'll be watching. If this sale happens again, then I think what's going to happen is you're going to see B20 do big things. So B20, I'm not sure when you guys entered the NFT space, but B20 is the token that the collector of Beeple's very early pieces released, right? This token is backed by 20 single edition Beeple pieces. Now, I feel like it's extremely correlated with the prices of Beeple, right? If Beeple's art sells for less, wait, let's look at the chart so you guys can see what I mean. This is kind of when they released the token, and then Beeple started to release news that he's going on Christie's. Then the Christie's auction happened. So this is literally the Christie's auction day, right? If you look at the day, 9th of March or the 10th of March, this is when the auction was happening. So literally at the last 20 minutes, we saw B20 peak for $69 million. And then there was kind of a massive drop off, as naturally you would, going from, a token going from 70 cents to $25. There's a huge drop off because I think here as well, people continue to release more art and it started to sell for less and less and less, and the hype kind of died down. But now, if the art wave picks back up, then I think this may do well again. It may. That's my theory. I bought a little bit more of this just because I'm betting on art becoming a thing again. And again, like Clippers exchanging hands with long-term holders, right? That's what happens in quiet periods of the NFT world. That's what happens in quiet periods of crypto world. You can see here the sales that have happened. So politics is BS. You can see on 1 day ago, it sold for 100K. May 23rd, it sold for 100K. May 16th, it sold for 105. So it looks like 100-ish was kind of the recent average from April onwards. March, it was going for 180, 150, 97, 99. I think one of these actually went for 600K. I think mint number 2 or mint number 1 or something went for 600K. It was something crazy. But anyway, looks like 100 or 150-ish. You can see, like, even though the other ones went to 30 to 40K, these one kept their 100K mark because, again, it really is a collector's piece. So I've got, I think, 2 or 3 of them. I'm not sure. I have to double check. But, B20, I think, will respond if there is that $265,000 sale. Anyway, that's some words on that. And again, I've gone ahead and bought some B20, and that's my investment strategy with the art world. Wait, I get this message on Discord. I'm not allowed to post messages on the Discord server. Does anybody know why and how I can fix this? I think there could be a verification thing, Edward. I think you may have to click the green emoji. Michael, if you're around. Michael around? I'll see if Michael can take a look at that. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're on this stream, can you please hit the like button? So, oh, what, 170 people watching? That's sick. Wow, that's awesome, guys. I think last time we had 150 tops. We got 168, 100. That's so cool. Awesome. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. Just some words on the art industry. Now, Gary V. So Gary V and I have been in touch here and there, and it's been an honor, and it was quite surreal. Gary reaching out to me and, hey, my things changed colors again. My shirt, it's blue, and then if I I think it's the green screen, and then if I take it up, I think it becomes black. Oh, that's cool. All right. So Gary V and me have been in touch, and I remember in the very early days when Gary was seriously looking into the space, and he's always been kind of skimming the space and keeping an eye on it. And he obviously got heavy into punks, but at the time when he was researching, he got in touch with me and I'm sure many other people that were integral to the space, and he was just getting our opinions on the industry and what's going on. And he was telling me about a project that he was coming out with, which now is FRENS, and I was telling him about a project that I was coming out with, which is now the MetaKey. So we kind of vibe on the sense of NFTs being more than what they were at that time, and at that time they were just art, which you're right, they were just art, they were virtual land, and there were all these other cool things, but mainstream at that time had picked it up as NFTs were just art. So it was kind of cool to have the same mindset as to push the narrative that NFTs are more than just art because it's healthy for the industry. And so that's how Gary Vee got in, started to invest into the space and obviously take it very seriously and come out with products. But if you can see his tweets, guys, he is like 99% with NFTs these days. From his content on YouTube, to his stuff on Twitter, to his investing in the NFT space. I think he recently put down like 4 mil or 5 mil on a CryptoPunk. He's like literally like every one of his tweets or every second one of his tweets is NFT, buying NFTs. Please, so this one's just a warning. So this market is super hot. There are new projects by the hour. Please, if you're buying NFTs, either number one, buy what you love to collect. Number two, if you are buying to sell, trade, no, it's risky. Yes. So him being like a pretty big influencer, quote unquote, or someone with a lot of audience or a big reach. Yeah, him being someone with a big reach, he has like a big audience, right? So he's got to be quite wary on telling people that NFTs are awesome, because what's going to happen is his audience is going to come and buy what Gary says is good. Then the market's going to do its thing and it's going to hype, and then it's going to fall, and then it's going to go stagnant. And those same people will be like, oh, NFTs were a scam, they dropped in price. Because retail or normal investors, they're not tolerant to risk, and they're not tolerant to resilience, right? They see money go down and they don't like it. Even though that's normal, that's how investing works. If you have $10,000 and you invest in 10 different projects, $1,000 each, a few of them might go to zero. That's okay. That's normal, right? A couple of them may stay stagnant and may not go up or down. One or two of them may become unicorns and go to 10,000, 20,000, maybe some of them a few $100,000, right? That's what happened with NBA Top Shot. That's what happened with some nifty gateway art. That's what happened with CryptoPunks. So you may hit some unicorns. If you hit a unicorn and you suddenly make that $1,000 or that $10,000 spread investment, suddenly one of them goes on to do 50K, then you can pull that 50K aside and go across and do more distributed investments. But you have to be tolerant and accepting of some of them turning to crap. And that's normal. That's how the market works. If you can be tolerant of that and have a strategy that they go to crap, and that's okay. But you have a spread strategy based on different things, right? You have different niches. You've got your art, you've got your collectibles, you've got your virtual land if you want, or you go really heavy in one, and that's okay as well. If you're that confident, you go very heavy on one. That's what I did with Decentraland. I was just pretty much 80% in on one project, but I also participated in the growth of the project quite heavily. I used to bring my network, whoever came through me as partnerships, I used to bring them to the attention of Decentraland. They would help facilitate that. I would talk and blog about it. I'd bring some awareness. If I ever go very heavy, I get very involved in growing the project, because as community members, you're key to the growth of the project. But again, so Gary V, he puts out these disclaimers, but bottom line is that he's not just bullish on NFTs. I feel like he's done a whole career shift. I feel like he's done a career shift in focusing 100% on NFT, Web3, blockchain. He feels that this is the next internet. He feels that this is Web 3.0, which is what all of us feel. Web 2.0 being the internet that we see today, social apps like Uber, social apps like Airbnb, all those other community dominated apps where it's kind of taken internet to the next level. Web3 is going to take it to another level. So Gary and everyone else feels like this is the next shift where people can move their money and assets around freely across websites. There's interoperability. There's this new concept of NFTs being a ticket to continuous value sharing. And what that does is it brings his millions of followers. They start to pay attention, right? They may not invest straight away, but they pay attention. And this is why every 3 to 4 months we see another boom, because that first ripple, that first boom, it's awareness first, and then it's kind of that community starts to research, and in 3 to 4 months you'll see them getting really involved because it starts to click, and then there's that next boom. So I feel like this is what's going to happen, is that people like Gary Vee are in it now. Obviously Kevin Rose, we got Jay-Z, Mike Tyson changing their profile pictures to cats and punks. We've got crypto personalities like Rookie XBT, who's pretty big on crypto trading. He recently bought a punk, and he bought a punk, right? But you can see his audience. Check this out. He's going to say, I now officially own these 2 punks, and he shared images of those punks. And now someone's like, no, I own them, ? And they've got these images coming out, these kind of memes. I now officially own these 2 punks. And then basically talking crap about the NFT industry, that it's just all you do is you own an image and there's no value to it, right? But these same people will convert to understanding the NFT industry when they start to realize how it works. So this is literally the same issues we faced when it first rippled into the small crypto crowd, and the influencers were taking a look. Half of them were on board. They realized what was going on. The other half was like, this is crap. What's going on here? People are buying and selling images on blockchain. And a lot of them were BTC maxis, where they were like, I think they felt that if this takes a spotlight, it might take the spotlight off Bitcoin, or whatever they felt, who knows. But we faced this so many times, but those same people have started to convert into NFT enthusiasts. So when I see big personalities start to talk about it, and then I see a lot of kind of people making fun about the industry, I know that in 3 to 4 months, there's probably going to be another boom. Because, this guy's not going to stop talking about punks. He's not going to stop talking about his investments into NFTs. He's going to share his sells on NFTs, and people are going to realize, wait a second, this guy's making some decent coin with the NFT industry, and so they'll start paying attention and start trading or start investing, etc., etc. So let's move on. So yeah, this is just some general commentary on the fact that people with big audiences are talking about NFTs. So I feel like in the whole industry, I think we'll go through another big boom soon, or in the next few months or something, but it's going to be a much more educated boom, where it's not just images are hitting mainstream news anymore. It's educated people coming in, realizing how this stuff operates and works. We recently saw like $5 to $10 million worth of punk sales, and I think someone picked up that 80 or 90 of them were from a VC, a venture firm, a fund that had pulled money together and accumulated these to invest in. So imagine other funds with big money coming in, and funds have a lot of money, guys, tens of millions. Some of them have $1 billion plus portfolios that they manage. That sort of money coming in to accumulate NFTs, that takes this out of, I can't even imagine how big this may get. Moving on real quickly, Coca-Cola released their NFT, which you can buy this, and this comes with 4 single edition NFTs as well, I believe. This is important because it sold for 200 ETH, so pretty much $500,000 it went for. Coca-Cola's official first ever NFT. Now, $500,000 is a lot of money, but if Coca-Cola go on to do big things in the space, in the world of NFTs, then this will be a very iconic piece. Now, ethically, whether you support Coca-Cola, it's a different topic. I'm just saying it's just an interesting concept that these brands are coming in, dropping an NFT, getting a collector to purchase it, and then it's a question mark whether they disappear and don't do anything with the NFT industry, or they come back in and do more. If they do more, then you better believe this is going to be worth more. If they don't do anything more, then it'll probably just, yeah, I don't know what's going to drive the value. Shopify releasing, I think this is the last point I'll touch upon. We're at 9:52 a.m. here in Australia, so I've been going for 52 minutes. We'll go through this very quickly, and then we'll talk to. We'll go through a bit of a Q&A. Shopify to allow merchants to sell NFTs directly through their stores. This is really important. It's important because website development brought on a lot more people using and building websites when WordPress, Wix, what else is there? Shopify and all these platforms came up where it was literally just drag and drop your websites, right? This is kind of how I made my websites in the early days. It's how dclblogger.com is made, except for the landing page. There's a bit of custom work here and there, but predominantly it's how people like me can get involved without learning dev work. Now, when you're making NFTs accessible and mintable by the normal regular people, then suddenly you have an industry boom because everyone can do it. You don't need to know how to dev this stuff, and that's really important moving forward. So Shopify to allow merchants to sell NFTs directly through their stores, I think is extremely important. How that gets used is interesting. I think currently the user bases, they don't know what NFTs are. So if you have an e-commerce project or an e-commerce website that's maybe selling clothing, how are you going to sell NFTs, right? What sort of value NFTs will you sell? Maybe if you're a big brand like Target and you're selling clothes, maybe you can say the first 10 people that purchase these clothes, they get a special NFT to commemorate that drop, and they can maybe go to a drop model or experiment with that. I feel like NFTs can't be too many NFTs. Like if Target was to just suddenly turn on, or Walmart was to suddenly turn on the fact that you can buy whatever you buy comes with an NFT. I feel like, I'm not sure if that will have collectability value because suddenly there'll be millions of those NFTs. But if some of these merchants can do it in a way that they can drive a healthy economy, it could be pretty big, because as you guys can see, NFTs sell for a decent amount of money, right? All right, so Shopify had done that. Shopify President Harley Finkelstein said Monday his company is now allowing merchants on its platform to sell NFTs. Yes. Before Shopify offered this capability, merchants would have to sell through a third-party marketplace, aka less control of the sale and customer relationship. Once again, we are putting the power back into the hands of merchants and meeting customers how and where they want to buy. So it looks like with Shopify, what you can do is there's these plugins and tools and apps that you can plug into your store. So there's a developer community that make other random apps that you can plug into your default store. So with Shopify, it looks like they've kind of integrated and built it in-house, so it's kind of now a default. It comes with your default installation. There's a way to do it. Once again, we are putting the power. Yes, we read that. One of the Shopify merchants to offer NFTs will be the National Basketball Association's Chicago Bulls, which launched an NFT legacy collection on Monday featuring the franchise's 6 World Championship rings. NFT.bulls.com. Is this a Shopify store? This is interesting. If this could be a Shopify store, so if this is built on Shopify, this is actually pretty game changing. This is really game changing actually, because this means that any one of you guys out there can literally make your own NFT project today with Shopify. Like, I don't know how to dev stuff. I know how to make a landing page. I don't know how to make the stuff on the back end. We've got a developer for that. But if you don't need a developer and you can just do this, it kind of opens it up to anyone to do it. Now, obviously, something like generating your own 10,000 random avatars is a different thing. There may be someone that comes with a plug-and-play solution for that. But this is a huge step in the right direction. I don't know exactly what the token standard is or whether this is on Ethereum or whatever, but this is pretty cool. This is really, really cool. This opens up a big opportunity for people that already have a successful e-commerce business to experiment with other NFT stuff. And just so you guys know, before I got into NFTs, I was into e-com. So I've done 4 years of e-commerce and drop shipping. I used to sell stuff from, canvases to figurines to all sorts of things, right? Licensed and unlicensed normal goods. But this is a big deal. I used to use Shopify a lot. So I may experiment a little bit with this sort of stuff, because Shopify stores, guys, you can buy on websites like flipper.com, and you can buy them that already are generating revenue. So if there is an additional source of revenue that this unlocks, then it may be a big opportunity to buy some already existing Shopify stores and switch on their NFT offering, right? Again, another opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity in these spaces when you start to look. It just depends on what you'd want to spend your time on. All right, so I think that's it. Let's quickly go through the giveaway result. I think there may have been someone that won. Congratulations, Noni, you have won the VOGU. Cool, there you go. There's been a winner. Noni, you can message Michael, or Michael might message you, and we'll organize that giveaway. So congrats to you, man. You won. He or she have won. What did you win? You won a... Oh man, I lost it. You won a mint number 622 VOGU piece, which I think is probably like 0.7 Ethereum right now. Yeah, the floor on VOGU is 0.7 Ethereum at the very least. And let me just quickly bring it up, because I think there's some new people in the stream. You won this bad boy. Where is he? This one right here. 622. Doesn't look like he has that many rare traits. This is how I check out if there's any rare traits. Some of them say 1%. Looks like this one says 7%. So tactical torso is 7%. There's 510 of them out of the 7,700. But hey, you won it. So congrats to you. Get in touch with Michael, or Michael will get in touch with you, and I'll send it across. And whoever's joining up, this is what we're going to do a giveaway every single day on our Discord on the MetaKey. So make sure you join it. Spam that giveaway button every day at this time. And if on that Discord as well, we talk NFT strategy. So if you want to join the discussion and know what's hot, what's coming up, make sure you check it out. You can see there's been 16 new messages since I last checked. NFT radar as well. We go through NFT breakdown. So Ego does a breakdown on on some of the projects that come through, gives us some insight as to what's new, what's coming up. This one he's done recently, Guild of Guardians, and really just trying to have a conversation with NFT people, right? Because the more we can foster healthy conversation, whether it be Discord or live on YouTube, the better and more educated with our investments we're all going to be. And I think that's important, because for me personally, this is really important. I'd love to get feedback on new projects. Like, people are telling me, check this out, check that out, and all that stuff. All right, let's go through some of these comments. Congrats, Noni. Yep, congrats, man. Maddie, thanks for this. I will be checking in daily for this. Really appreciate it. Gotta go feed the kiddos. No worries, Greg. Thanks for joining in. What's going on here? Someone won a VOGU. Yes, they did. Dara Sensei, someone did win a VOGU. I think tomorrow we might give a CURIO card away. I think that's gonna be pretty fun. 9 traits is pretty good. Okay. See, that's a rarity that I have not paid attention to. So maybe that may be really rare. So congrats. If that's a rare thing, then that's a good thing for the winner. So the rarity number also matters. I know that with punks, so it looks like that's the same case with the VOGUs, where in this case there's 1, 2, 3, 9 different rarity pieces. I think in some of them there's 12, 15, etc. And each set of rarities has, out of the 7,700, there may be only 50 that have 9 traits, and that's an extra rarity factor that goes into valuing these things. So it looks like this has 9. Looks like that's a rarity. That's a rare as well. Loving the content. What's the link? It should be pinned. ASTRO FRENS incoming activity on fire. What's going on? Yep. ASTRO FRENS is a sleeper, guys. I'm not talking about it much because I don't want to shield the project or want to put too much inorganic activity that way. But just so you guys know, Elliott Trades is on it. JRNY Crypto is on it, who's like a 500,000 plus YouTuber, I think. Crypto Banter is on it, who's also 300,000 YouTuber plus. They're giving them away as well. My opinion is the project's gonna have some longevity. Again, do your research, please. This is just me throwing money around at some projects that I think are doing well and getting some NFTs to give away. I think it's fun. I love just putting my money across the industry and seeing what happens. This is how I invest. I do a little bit of research, put some money in, I do more research, and if it makes sense, I'll put more money in. But I put money in to learn the industry. That's how I feel emotionally and physically connected to that that industry, whatever it may be. Any questions I can quickly go through, guys? Medikey number 1, 500 count will be worth 15 to 20 ETH within the next 6 months. Who knows? It might. Love your work and research, Maddie. Yep. Will I regret not buying an ape for the rest of my life? I don't know. I don't have any bored apes, right? The community is pretty strong. I think, like how they keep doing, however they keep nurturing that community will matter a lot. I'm curious to see what else they keep doing, but it looks like they have a pretty good team. They've dropped these pets, the dogs, and they've gone on to hold real world meetups, and they're pretty serious in fostering that community, and that will matter long term. I don't know what that's going to do with the price, but it will matter. Did you place a bid on the Coke NFT? No, I didn't. It's not loyalty to own 250 plus avatars of a certain project with 10k tokens without to harm it. This could be a no criteria for many. That's true. That's true, Stan, and that's important. I own 350 Astro Bulls. That's a lot of Astro Bulls, and you got to keep that in mind because obviously I'm not going to hold that for life. I will be selling them over time, whether that be now or in the next 1 year. So it's important for you guys to know people that own lots of these, because people like me need to eventually disappear, and the 350 need to be going to ideally 350 individual holders, right? That's how projects grow. So I'm there to grow the project and sell some of them along the way, but that's definitely something you have to keep in mind, and that's why I'm always transparent about the fact that I own 350 of them. All right, guys, I think that's it. I think we'll stop the stream. It's been a good hour, 81 likes. We had 170 people, I think, at our peak check out the stream. I would love to do this again, and again tomorrow 7 p.m. EST, same day, same time we'll do this. There'll be another giveaway. I don't know exactly what we'll give away, but we will give away something because we always do. And I will see you guys next time, guys. Enjoy the stream. It's recorded. If you missed anything, you can check it out anytime. So bye bye, take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.